Today, we are covering 5 strategies for Lightning Roulette, the live casino game from Evolution that has become one of the most played roulette variants in the world. This is not a guide that promises guaranteed wins. Lightning Roulette is a negative expected value game for the player, which means the house edge exists on every spin. What these strategies do is give you a structured framework for managing your session, how to size your bets, which bet types to prioritize given Lightning Roulette's specific mechanic, and how to read what is happening in a session so that your decisions are made on a rational basis rather than a reactive one. The goal is to play Lightning Roulette in the most informed way possible. Lightning Roulette differs from standard European roulette in one critical way. Before every spin, 1 to 5 lucky numbers are randomly selected and assigned multiplied payouts ranging from 50 times to 500 times. The base payout for a straight-up single number bet is reduced from 30 to 1 to 29 to 1 to account for the cost of the multiplier mechanic. This RTP adjustment, the standard European roulette RTP of 97.30%, compares to Lightning Roulette's 97.30% at the best case, means the game is designed to be played for the multiplier events, and session strategy should be built around that reality. Here is how to approach it. Strategy 1. Position. Straight up bets on multiple numbers. Per spin, the Lightning Roulette multiplier system rewards straight-up single number bets exclusively. Lucky number multipliers of 50 times to 500 times apply only to the number bet directly. Outside bets like red/black, odd/even, or dozens do not participate in the multiplier mechanic at all. This creates a clear session structuring principle. Your straight-up bet coverage should be spread across multiple numbers per spin, rather than concentrated on 1 or 2. By placing straight-up bets on 12 to 18 numbers simultaneously, you are increasing the probability that at least one of your covered numbers is selected as a lucky number before the spin. A lucky number on a number you have covered delivers a multiplied return. A lucky number on a number you have not covered delivers nothing additional. Wider straight-up coverage means more surface area for multiplier events to land on your active bets. Tip: when sizing your straight-up coverage, target numbers that have not appeared as lucky numbers in recent rounds to diversify your exposure, though statistically, each spin is independent, and past lucky number selections do not influence future ones. The practical value of spread coverage is the probability advantage per spin, not pattern tracking. Strategy 2. Use outside bets to stabilize the session, while straight-up bets chase multipliers. Outside bets in Lightning Roulette, red/black, odd/even, 1 to 18/19 to 36, return approximately even money and are unaffected by the Lightning Roulette multiplier system. Their value in a session strategy is session stabilization rather than multiplier exposure. A session structure that places a moderate outside bet alongside a smaller straight-up coverage position uses the outside bet results to offset losses on spins where the straight-up coverage does not hit, while the straight-up bets remain active to capture multiplier events when they occur. This is the most common balanced approach to Lightning Roulette session management. The outside bet is not intended to generate profit on its own. It is the session stabilizer that keeps your chip count from declining too rapidly between multiplier events. Tip: the split between outside bet stake and straight-up stake should reflect your session intent. If your primary goal is session length with occasional exposure to multipliers, allocate more to outside bets and run a small straight-up coverage. If your primary goal is multiplier event capture at the cost of shorter potential sessions, reverse the allocation. There is no universally correct split. It depends on what session outcome you are prioritizing. Strategy 3. Set a multiplier event target. Before the session starts. Lightning. Roulette sessions without a predefined objective tend to drift. Players extend sessions after losses, hoping for a recovery multiplier event, or reduce bet size after losses in a way that means even a multiplier hit does not recover the session deficit. The most effective counter to this is setting a multiplier event target before the session starts and committing to the bet structure that makes that target meaningful. If your session goal is a single 100 times or higher multiplier hit on a covered straight-up number, your bet structure and number coverage should be sized so that a 100 times result at your straight-up stake produces a session result you are satisfied with. If your session goal is multiple smaller multiplier hits, your coverage and stake size should reflect that. The predefined target creates a session framework. The bet structure is built around the target. The session ends when the target is hit or the bankroll reaches a predefined floor, and no in-session adjustments are made based on emotional reactions to results. Tip: write down or formally note your session target and floor before you start. The act of pre-committing to specific numbers creates a cognitive anchor that makes mid-session emotional adjustments less likely. A player who has decided that a 200 times hit on a 5-unit straight-up bet is the session's success condition is less likely to reclassify that condition mid-session than a player who set no target at all. Strategy 4. Track lucky number distribution across recent rounds. Lightning Roulette's interface typically displays a history of recent round results, including which numbers were selected as lucky numbers in each round and at what multiplier value. While past lucky number selections are statistically independent from future ones, each round's lucky numbers are drawn fresh. Tracking recent history serves two practical purposes. First, it shows you how frequently multiplier events are appearing in the current session. A run of rounds where lucky numbers have fallen outside your coverage is normal variance, not a signal to change strategy. Second, it allows you to see the distribution of multiplier values that have appeared recently. If the session has produced several 50 times lucky numbers and no 200 times or above, you have a factual basis for understanding where in the multiplier range recent events have clustered. This is not pattern trading. The next round's multiplier values are independent. What you are building is a factual picture of the session so far, rather than an emotional one. Tip: the Lightning Roulette interface shows lucky number history prominently. Use it as a data reference rather than a prediction tool. If multiple rounds have produced no multiplier hits on your coverage, check whether your covered numbers have been appearing as lucky numbers at all. If they have been regularly selected as lucky numbers, but the ball has not landed there, that is a different situation from your covered numbers not being selected as lucky numbers at all. Both outcomes are normal variance, but understanding which one is happening gives you a more accurate read of the session. Strategy 5. Define a session, floor, and exit at it without exception. The most important strategy in any Lightning Roulette session is the exit structure. Lightning Roulette produces negative expected value across infinite sessions, which means extended play without a floor always trends toward loss. The session floor is the bankroll level at which you stop, regardless of whether a multiplier event has occurred, regardless of how close you feel to a recovery, and regardless of any other in-session reasoning. Setting a floor at 50% of your starting session bankroll is a common structure. It means your maximum loss in a single session is capped at half your starting amount, and that cap is enforced mechanically by the pre-commitment to exit. The discipline of the floor is that it has to be set before the session starts and honored without exception when it is reached. A floor that is moved downward mid-session is not a floor. Tip: the same principle applies to exit on the upside. If your session produces a large multiplier hit that puts you significantly above your starting bankroll, taking that result and ending the session is a valid strategic decision. A defined upside exit, for example, exiting if the session balance reaches 2 times the starting amount, works the same way a floor does. It converts a strong result from a temporary account balance into a secured outcome. Neither floor nor ceiling has to be used, but having both predefined eliminates the in-session decision of whether the current result is good enough to stop or bad enough to stop, which is where most session management failures occur.